welcome. Yes. Things have changed. Things have changed quite drastically. My name is Jake Monroe. Proud white man. Indiscriminately racist, but that's my business. It's becoming increasingly obvious that there's an enemy out there. And I didn't want to use that word, but they've made it very clear that they are one. It's demonstrable evil. I'm a very divisive person. You say, hey, do you watch Jake Monroe on the internet? And their reaction is going to be one of two things. Oh my God, I love that guy. That lad, he's the best. Or it'll be one of disgust. Oh my God, that bigot. That awful man. Yes, we've all heard the stories. Except mine, apparently. But I'm not here to talk about that. One thing is for certain. There is a growing amount of people who support what I'm talking about. Who support where I'm going with what I'm doing here on YouTube. And I'm here to tell you, you don't need to put yourself on the front line, put yourself in the crosshairs by openly supporting me. It's fine. I'm a big boy. I can do this all by myself. I know you're there, and I'm speaking for you, and you know that. And I love that you know that. And I love that you know that I got your back. But for those of you out there who do stand up for me, that do stick up for me, I appreciate you, I see you. You guys are the absolute best. In fact, all of you are, both the silent and the vocal supporters of what I'm actually doing here, which is this. I am putting together, I am encouraging a red-pilled alternative movement. Now, I'm gonna get into what red pill actually is and how that can fit very snugly within being an alternative person in whatever subculture you want to be in, whether it's emo or goth or punk or whatever. That's the next video. The next video I'm doing, I'm gonna be talking about that. But here, I'm gonna be talking about what I want to do. And that is even the playing field. I don't like politics. I'm not a political person. But there are certain groups out there, very powerful groups, that insist on these qualities, these things, these ideologies be present and be qualifiers for being part of subcultures. And I cannot abide by that. So I have to become political, or anti-political actually. I want things to go back to the way they were before these freaks infiltrated this entire thing and made it all about them and the shit that they care about. Do you remember when Goth was about the music? Do you remember that? Do you remember when Goth was about cool stuff? Yeah, that was fun times. You know, sometimes I look back and laugh, regardless of where I am, and think, oh, those Goths. What a great bunch of folks. They're not so great anymore. In fact, they resemble something very close to Antifa, which has recently become a terrorist organization, and rightfully so. But I'm gonna be spearheading this red-pilled movement within alternative subcultures. It doesn't matter if you're goth, it doesn't matter if you're punk or emo or cybergoth or whatever you want to be. I am going to be spearheading and encouraging this new movement to counteract, to remove this mire that seems to have descended upon all of these subcultures. I want it removed. I want it to go back to the way things were, because this is all new. Don't buy this, it was always political bullshit, because it's bullshit, and I've debunked that, I think 3 times. Because of some very unfortunate childhood trauma, I am unable to be a believer of Christ. I am a lifelong atheist, and that is never going to change. However, I have come to appreciate the things that the great men believed in when they built these nations. You're a Christian? Cool. Thank you. Thanks to the efforts of our ancestors and their belief in Christian values, we have this very nice stuff that everyone's clamoring to get to. So here's my proposal, as clearly as I can possibly put it. I encourage new content creators out there, new alternative influencers, to start using the same red pill, get this political shit out of our subculture rhetoric that I'm also doing. I encourage other creators to start standing up to these ugly goblins that are forcing us to listen to them, to believe what they believe in order to continue enjoying the subculture, because it's in their sweaty, fat hands. And they won't let us get to it until we're like, oh yeah, Antifa's great. We should have more ideological weirdos in schools. Get them while they're young. Yeah. Once I see that you're doing this, once I see there are people within the alternative subcultures like myself trying to be more free-thinking, more ironically inclusive and trying to get rid of this crap out of the subcultures, people will see this, and I will see you, and then I will start making sure more people see you. There's a raid function on YouTube now. Didn't realize it was there. I can utilize that, for example. I'm doing this on my own so far, but if there's more people out there doing it too, I'm more than happy to support them. I'd love to have more people to collaborate with. Together we are strong. If we unify against this crap, then we might just stand a chance. Look, the leftists so far have made sure that they will never see the inside of the White House again. It is over for them for quite some time. So while the boys in the government are currently cleaning up and scraping off the barnacles of hatred, let's do the same here. Let's do the same here in the subcultures. Let's get rid of these wackos, these psychos, these narcissistic, sanctimonious fools, and instead just reform everything back to the way it was before. Define walls between your own personal beliefs and opinions and discussing the core values of these subcultures, because these two things should not ever mix. Ever. As we've seen, it only creates division, and I am against division. Goth is for everyone. I'm going to make sure of that. And even if you're a conservative or a MAGA or whatever, it doesn't really matter. I don't care. To find out what you are. If you like goth stuff, great. I will talk to you all day about it. I'm not going to ask you if you thought Hitler was great before we start talking, because quite frankly, I don't give a shit. I mean, we all saw how they acted, man. This is not going to be f***ing easy. We all saw how they acted during BLM. Black Lives Matter. Yeah, f*** that. The only thing Black Lives Matter did was several $1 million worth of criminal vandalism and damage to public property. Oh, a bunch of people did scam it, though. That was quite interesting to find out. A lot of those GoFundMes went to people getting mansions away from the hood, which I thought was hilariously ironic. Oh, and a white woman died, stabbed in the neck, savagely, brutally. And in the wake of Charlie Kirk, what have we seen? Have we seen property damage? Have we seen righteous retribution, killings? Have we seen people pouring into the streets to tear shop owners' shop fronts down, to loot and steal and stab? No, we haven't, have we? If it wasn't clear to you before, it should be crystal clear to you now. We are not the same. Left and the right, left and the middle, they're not the same. Let's make goth great again, shall we? Join my Discord. There's already a bunch of really incredible free thinkers in there who are able to disagree with each other. So get in there. And I want to see more creators out there spreading the message. Let's get red-pilled out there, folks. Catch you next time.